So welcome to this video, which is Transform Your Life. And I'm talking a little bit about the program I've put together, and it's one-to-one. Now, this program really is for those that are feeling along this line, that something is missing in their lives. They don't know what, but they can't put the finger on it, but something's not quite adding up. And of course, it might mean that there is a level of stuckness, that we just feel that we can't go beyond what's on the other side. So because we can't go beyond, then we sort of remain still. We get stuck, or in the mundane of life, we kind of lose our way a little bit. And what I started to realise, that once we awaken to this part of ourselves, the soul, the higher self, there is a part of us that is beyond the here and now. Life starts to sort of, or rather we look at life slightly different because we feel different. It becomes almost like here, but then we're also connected to there. And of course, that's what we go through when we go for our spiritual path and when we are learning and we're going on. But then we get to that bit where we really kind of need, well, what's next? This is where we get back to those questions, what is it that's missing? Why am I here? Why do I have a desire to help, but I don't know why? And the job that I'm doing is just not cutting it. And this is where I was led at that phase of my life to something really beautiful. And that is the blueprint. That's the blueprint of our soul. Who we are. We don't have to be anybody else but ourselves in order to be happy. And that's quite contradictory because in our world, we sort of look to other people. We sort of almost kind of emulate. We also want to try what somebody else does. But when I started to learn on my path that my soul wanted to be me, but then what was me? And this is what is so incredible about this Transform Your Life sessions that we've put together. So in this Transform Your Life session, it's all about accessing the true authentic self and the benefits of being you. This is really soul-led. Whenever we're ready to access that part, that's not influenced by anybody, that's influenced internally. That's when the soul is ready for our truth. And when we're ready then to, do you know what? This is where I'm going to take this expression of the life that we're experiencing right now. The other thing is really acknowledging the gift. Now, this is an aspect of ourselves that we bring into every lifetime. But why is it sometimes that we don't acknowledge it and it doesn't show up as a gift? And this is really quite incredible. And this is where we begin to learn more about ourselves. The other thing is manifestation. Some people have got that down. And if you're anything like me, I've been very honest with it, I never had it down. In fact, if anything, I had the complete opposite. I knew what I didn't want, and that is what showed up. So sometimes I got nothing. And then I began to get a bit resentful, the fact that there was nothing. But I had to experience that for me to go, right, okay, who am I at soul level? And this is where this program opens up that section of ourselves. That once I started manifesting to who I am, then I started to manifest. Things come in. In fact, I found out that I can manifest very, very quickly. And there's aspects about myself, and sometimes some other souls are on that level of how they use their energy, is that what we've got to do is be on top of that. But I've learned now what that means. So when things aren't lining up, then I've got to change them. And that's how I can keep a level of alignment and manifest what I want. But without that nugget of deep level information, I would have kept going and manifesting nothing. So this is really incredible, how we can really start manifesting your way. It opens up that part of us. Something really key as well is that we keep carrying cycles and patterns. Now, I've seen this with myself and for clients over the years, whether it's through the soul level or the Akashic Records, that level, or whether it's in a past life regression, the QHHT, where I see this come up. We do the same things over and over again because we really are creatures of habit. A lot of the stuff is quite unconscious. In other words, we're doing it and we don't realise why. And then we start wising up, we keep attracting the same kind of person. We keep attracting that situation. We keep attracting that situation. Then we're becoming more conscious of it. And then once we become more conscious of it, then we can start breaking patterns. And this is really incredible. And that's what I love about this level of work, the blueprint, the soul, the Akashic Records is, it tells us straight where this is coming from, when it started, how you progressed, and how you're doing it right now. Because this is how my mind works, and this is what's been so beneficial for people, is that you can then understand, well, what is this cycle that we're in? So that we can understand it, how we behave, and who's in it, if it's to do with others or if it's within ourselves, and then how we can release it and move forward. And you know what? There's just so much more with this session. Then there is that beautiful portion, which for me opened up, oh, this is incredible, is that we're not here alone to do this by ourselves. We have a team of helpers, spirit, and they know what we're going through, and they support us and they help us. So this session's really incredible. That's why it's a transform your life. And so many have changed what they're doing, changed how they feel, because the reality is that once we're on a path that's not quite what we said we'd want to do, we're miserable. We don't feel good. And that might be something that you're going through now, or you feel something's a little off, or something is missing, or you are absolutely in a block. Now, I get like that. I get literally paralysis, boom. And I have found ways in which I can not sit in it, but now maneuver my way out of it. So we start gaining our inner power and our inner strength. And we're able to then really start tackling some of the things that make us scared. And you know what? Some of the things that are scary to us, when we get on the other side of it, I don't know what it is. It is the very thing that sets us free. It seems to be the thing that we really enjoy. Now, I've got quite a few of them. You might want to have a listen up to some of the podcasts I talk about. Quite open about that, because I think that's really part of who we are, our journey, and sometimes we sort of stay in that sort of stuck situation that can go on for months. It can go on for years. And then what happens? Our health deteriorates. Our mental health can deteriorate unless we start to do something different and to do what that change. That's quite subjective. You know what doesn't work for one, it may not work for another. So we've got to find our way of moving through. So I would encourage you, take a look at Transform Your Life, where just 8 weeks, 2 months, where you and I are one-to-one, where we can go through this all together. There is a lot of information that's going to help you shift and move. And a lot of the stuff in the records, sometimes we just need it explained. Once we understand it, we can maneuver and move forward. And I'm testament to that, and there are so many others that are testament to that themselves in their own lives. I always look at things and then I try it out to see, does this work? And my goodness, it works. The more I do what my soul wants to do, the more alignment. In fact, the very opposite is true. When I shy away, I get fearful, I don't want to do this, and I get into that sort of mode, I'm not in a good place. And boy, it hurts. And this is why I kind of want to help others. That if we're in this, we don't have to stay in it. So if this resonates with you, or if there's something you'd like to find out a little bit more, then do take a look at the link. If you'd like to reach out and have a chat, then please do. So do look after yourself. Do check out the podcast, have a look at some of the blogs there, so that talk about some of the stuff to make it sort of real, that we're all going through this together. So look forward to speaking with you very soon, and take care, and bye for now.